And then we run. There we go. There we go. All right. That's a nice feedback. Okay. Little bit of feedback. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's this is yeah. This is kind of good. Yeah. Very possibly. What's this? Oh, okay. So that's you just make a thumbnail out there. I see. Now this isn't the usual time, right? Nope. Brand new. I'm just testing. Yay! All right. I'm just testing how this is YouTube's new streaming beta. So this is a test. This is only a test. I'm not turning this. I suppose I could turn this. Hey, what's happening, folks? I suppose I could, make this a. Let's see. Enable live chat. Automatically block spam. Done that. Automatically block bad words. Chat by adding them to the. There's a. Ironically titled blacklist. 9 watching. There we go. Let's share it. Should we tweet it out? We're getting testy. Wait, what? Hashtag Q and A. There we go. Tweet that sucker out. All right. See what kind of jump in here we can get. I can only stay out here so long because my back house is frying. Hi Tsuki, fantastic fan. It's 3 a.m. Happy 3 a.m. Unable to find the donate button. Tom, the donate button is on the My Channels site on YouTube. It's just to the right. It's the button on the right. It says donate to this channel. As a matter of fact, let's see. Can I do a? See if I can do a. In this particular situation, start a new. Let's see. I'm gonna add a new shot. Okay, like this. I'm gonna change the template to pip lower right. All right, excellent. And this one we're gonna choose. I'm literally making this happen as we speak, folks. This one we're going to, let's see, add a new local desktop presenter source. Okay, yeah, install that. Thank you. Continue. Really? Am I gonna have to start this over again when it's but I don't want audio from the page. That would be completely ridiculous, I think that's just not smart. Telestream people, but what are you gonna do? 8:11 p.m. Wolfie Cakes. So you are on the your Central Time, Chicago area, and that kind of business. Right. Let's do this real quick. In here. Let's see. New remote desktop presenter. Right. Meh. Okay, hold on. Mark, that's not how you do it. Let's see. Twitter, create shot. There you go. Settings, authenticate. love it. Turn this pin to completely. This is so much fun, don't you know? Feed type timeline. Let's see. Okay, I don't know what home search is, right? I'll just give this a shot temporarily. Throw that on. Throw this over, see if it does it. Now, I'm going to try and do a, let's see, let's get this, get that out of there. The live dashboard. You're literally watching me tech. I always have plans for another comedy special. It's getting the industry to catch up is the important thing. Yeah, oftentimes when I'm thinking and working at the same time, I will slip into a British accent. Why? Anybody's guess. The Twitter thing is supposed to come up with message feed. Let's do this. Okay, that's dumb. Do this. Twitter settings, home user timeline. Okay. Twitter message feed. All right. Alright, there we go. Don't know what that is. This is like that. Okay, cool. There we go. I agree with British accents. I always thought it was quite fundamentally ironic that if you go to England and you start speaking with an English accent, you're an asshole. But if you go to the South and you don't start speaking with a Southern accent, you're an asshole. Like, the idea of you're taking on an accent that isn't your own is a complete quintuple standard. You can read here and then Twitter at the same time. I don't know how anybody can do that. Well, that's the thing. We'll see if I actually can. That's the whole purpose of trying to design this thing. I'm just doing it online while I do it. But I will answer questions while I'm in the process of doing it. Yeah, the Twitter box is there. It's supposed to come up with stuff. It's not doing it, so that's annoying. Let's just take it off for a second. See. Okay. All right. Now I got to, let's see. I know there is. Okay, not in there. All right. They have the thing called Desktop Presenter, and it's with this streaming software, and it's not anywhere in existence, as you know. It's just seemed to be hidden in the business as to try to do this sort of thing, which means that probably they made it in this new update a complete let's see, support you to download let's go to Wirecast. Try to go to I tried to do this. Wirecast Play. I almost got Wirecast Play, which is this thing that they recommend for here it is. Please use Desktop Presenter 2.0.5. It is available as a separate download. There it is. That's why. Haha, you. This is how if I want to show what my page looks like, I can do that, right? But first, I'll put this over here and get it out of the way. Don't you know? Source. Sure. Let's see. It's the window. No. Sharp HDMI. Select screen region, change region, move it over to this guy. Oh, okay, can't do that. Wrong one. Select region. Okay, not that guy. Let's just do window, finder. Oh, well, I guess the easy thing is to do this. Select screen region, drag this business over to there. Okay, you stay over here with me, and I can send a separate page over to here. This is so much fun, isn't it? Watching me just fidget around with the lovely kids over at YouTube. Okay. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I got a lot of good guitars. It's true. I'm thinking anyone comes to Canada and starts using Canadian accent. Rockstar, you would be wrong, because we had a big problem with Peter Page actually starting to say sorry in when we were shooting. It was hilarious. We actually had to stop shooting a couple of times simply because he said sorry. It was pretty great. Let's see. Okay, now see it as a returning subscriber. Put it over here. I'm going to scroll it down a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. It's creeping a little. All right. Got a good evil laugh, but okay. So put this over here. Take this screen, this thing, drag it up here. Okay. This is how we do it. Look at this. This is a good time. Okay. Excellent. And that's that. Okay. Now, in this little picture right here, I can, in the A window and the B window, I can choose that. Huh? And there you go. All right. So, this is looking nice. Okay, you guys are gonna like this. It's a good time. Drop shadow. That's kind of nice. Drag this area out. No, we won't do that. You go. All right. So, in this particular situation, if you recall, boink. This is my YouTube page is right over here, and if you lovely folks have any interest whatsoever in just close that, in joining me in this situation, or donating what have you to help me start building this thing, the trick, of course, this is a guy here, which we gotta bring over here, is there's the button. So there you go. I have upwards of 40 guitars. Won't you just use OBS? It is free. The only thing you need is a stream key, and it's all set to stream. I've used Wirecast for a long time, and I've like the switching aspect of it. And I've got all the graphics and everything built for it, and now they've got a version that is strictly for YouTube. So, in all seriousness, it should be some sort of a help. But we'll see. You know, that's the. Hi, Koopa. What's happening? Let's see. It's gonna switch over soon. Let's see if this is a decent angle. No, it isn't. That's funny. Bring this guy up. Take this guy over here. There we go. So, if you look on the page, right where I'm talking about, to my left, you'll see a little donate button next to the main window. It's right about here. That's it, Tom. Right there. Boop. Support. There you go. Support. That's how they let you do it on YouTube now. So rather than you know, yeah. Let's see. Yeah. You want to see the interesting thing though? Here, and I'll switch this out for you a second. This might be a little much. We'll see what the sonic quality is like. So I have, like I said, I have over 40 guitars. A lot of them are there's some real classics up there. You might even recognize Prince's guitar from Purple Rain, Zakk Wylde's guitar, which is in many ways my prized possession. It is second only to, because it was a gift from my dad, and it's a legit Gibson Zakk, is the guitar right next to it, which is it's a Jerry Cantrell model from Alice in Chains. It's a Jerry Cantrell model, but my girlfriend did something special for my birthday with it. I'll show you. Earthquake protection. She had it completely covered in Iron Man cartoons for me, which is pretty, is a pretty radical gift. It turned what is otherwise kind of a POS guitar that sounds great but looked kind of lame into something extraordinary. She did that for my birthday. A friend of hers does that to furniture, so she did it for me. There you go. So that's my prized possession because my love gave it to me. There you go. And this is the one I actually write with the most. Let's see if this is actually on. So that is what would otherwise be considered kind of a POS guitar too. It's just a standard off the wall, at a guitar store ESP, but it's an ESP EC500. It's the middle class model of their line. It's they're like $600 guitars now, but they don't make them anymore. They only make the 401, which they made mild changes in the neck and other stuff, and I don't like them as much. So my favorite guitar to play and write is the ESP EC500. That's just the reality. There you go. Look on my main YouTube page. It's right to your right. Tom, do I know Charlie Chaplin? Okay. That's my YouTube page. That's the button. Tom, there it is, right there. Right there. There you go. It's right there. Can everybody see it? Am I out of my mind? Are you lost in this? Please, did you see it? Okay. Let's see. Is that a sword on your wall? Hold on. Let me see what you're actually referring to. Yes, that is a sword on my wall. It's a feng shui sword though. It's made out of coins. I do have some pretty cool swords, though. Yeah. Let's see. All right. Let's just Q&A this, shall we? Let's just give it a shot. Let's see. Yeah, 17 people in here. This is not bad. This is all right. In the new YouTube beta stream world. Join me. Alright, okay. Huh. It's funny because Tom, for the fact that it didn't seem to show up. Join the group. What? Okay, here we go. Doesn't appear on my YouTube. Oh, that's weird. Maybe it's a Canadian thing. Maybe you're not allowed. I bet that's what it is, Tom. I bet that's what it is. What's my favorite dirty joke? Oh, it depends on your definition of a dirty joke. Because oddly enough, I come from a long line of human beings who don't think sex is dirty. So most of my what would be considered my off-color jokes are. I think my favorite one currently is this guy goes. This is the worst joke I know, but it is, but it's my favorite of those. Is a guy's in a car accident with his wife, and he comes out of recovery, and the doctor meets him, and he goes, I'm sorry to tell you this, but your wife is paralyzed. She's effectively a vegetable, but her body is alive, and she is no longer going to be the person you know. She's going to need care for the rest of her life. You're going to have to turn her and bathe her, and she will live for maybe 30, 40 years. You're going to be responsible for her, but she will never know you again. And the man just starts to break down and cry and stuff, and just falls apart. And the doctor goes, I'm just kidding with you. She's dead. That's the worst, horrible. That would be my favorite dirty joke, because it's just awful. So one of the upcoming lab rats is called Human Eddie. Is that actually about security system, Eddie? Yes, it is, Rockstar. Have you been shopping new material? Do you have any plans to stand-up tour in 2015-16? I have been touring. I've been doing shows. Yeah, YouTube.ca. That's why, Tom, you can't donate. You have to find some other way to send your love. Can you describe Charlie Chaplin in 4 words? Please watch The Dictator. Cool, but I do hear an echo since signing in the chat on Google. Huh. There might just be an echo in the room. I think you're hearing my neighbors. They're just repeating everything. Yeah, and so there you go. Yeah, let's get. Let's see, optimize the interaction. Okay, added delay, none. There you go. Testing Q&A. put this under entertainment. There we go. Good stuff. 16 people in here. We're hanging around. Mr. Sparks, just wondering if it's not too much to ask, could you please check out some of my videos and please share them? Well, it depends on what they are, Mel. Well, yeah, well, PayPal, you can actually, I just started a store, so it'll be online this week, my first one ever. There you go. Yeah, EO, you are hearing the neighbors there, and in the echo may be them repeating what I've said. That's entirely possible. That might be the fact. I have to go that direction. The dog's barking. Yeah, it's true. Let's see. Look back. There you go. And everything does it run fairly smooth for everybody? Ever consider doing Broadway? Just got a great voice. You got actually, yes, Vanessa. Truth is, I got Spamalot a couple of years ago. I got the part of Lancelot and Spamalot, but I ended up getting other work and couldn't take it because I have a child and Broadway pays nothing. So nice. Oh, that red guy. The doctor's a female. That's just a check your sexism at the door joke. So there. You gotta be bigger than that. Come on. You gotta do better than that. Hey, gang, watching from the shower. On your phone, off the charger, whatever, don't run a plug into the tub. Yeah. What's your best ever you think your greatest job on the... That's difficult, Lawrence. I would go with Memory Wipe. It's pretty much a good time. There's an episode coming up that's probably the most dramatic moment I've had on the show. And I was very happy with it. People were saying I gave them goosebumps. So there you go. It's okay. Show your abs. Calm down. I don't have any abs. I just have a flat stomach, which I'm very proud of, but I'm working on the ab part. That's my next thing. I do like Minecraft. Actually, my girlfriend's kid played for a good long while, and I did all the mods for him. Back before people could just, add mods on Xbox with a click, when you actually had to mix mods together, and some of them would kill the audio, which was a real pain in the butt. Would I discuss how I feel about the landscape is for female comedians? Absolutely. Some of my greatest influences comedically are women, not the least of which is someone that you should all know, named Madeline Kahn. She was in many Mel Brooks films, including Young Frankenstein and High Anxiety. She was in Yellowbeard, which is the kind of offshoot Monty Python movie with Graham Chapman as Yellowbeard. He is such she was such an extraordinary comedian, so naturally and purely funny. I can't think of her equal. As far as the landscape for female comedians, it's terrific these days. As a matter of fact, because of how often female comedians were kind of dissed or put down for a long time, it's like the industry is playing catch up, and you don't even have to be as good. There's an element of, and there's a lot of great female comedians right now, but even they, I think, are being nudged in this. They're getting put in these categories with, women of stand-up, and 2 of them are solid, and 3 of them are and it's just because doing stand-up itself is a curing process. It takes a long time to get good at it, and when people rush into it because now the industry is open to them, they're just not going to be on the quality of somebody, the Sarah Silvermans, the Margaret Cho's of the world, quite frankly, as far as mechanical joke writing and performance quality. But there you go. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, I love doing those shows with John. I wish we could do more of them, quite frankly. Ultimately, it's sort of a industry related limitation. We just quite frankly. I don't like. I think we could do all the sexy liberal venues that we did, he and I, just on our own. But convincing bookers of that without the ability to promote on Steph's show or, like she had at the time, because at the time she was everywhere. And there was a lot of room for, there was a lot of room for messing around, like promotion, building, that just doesn't exist without it, quite frankly. That's just the reality. So we'll see. I definitely have, high hopes about doing it, but we will see. It will take demand for it to actually happen. So, because every agent I talk to, and this might just be their reticence about all things liberal, seem to be under the impression that that we aren't really as bankable by ourselves. So there you go. Yeah, Maria Bamford's great. She's an amazing joke writer. Very, very funny. Let's see. There you go. Good. All right. Well, we got a little bit of a gathering going on. This is not bad. So Tom, do you see a little eye up in the corner on the video feed right now? I'm curious. This is just how I know if anybody out of the country can see this. Do you see a little eye up in the corner in this video? If you click on it, I'd love to go down to New Zealand. It'd be fun. I'd like to do it. Go do some Kiwi shows. Absolutely. How many people missing your W? Right. Well, they. And by the way, Tom, I still don't know. How did you know the feed was up? Did it post automatically? Did it let you know in that? I wonder. Via Hangouts. Well, thanks, Sean. I appreciate it. Beat up a kangaroo. Nah, I wouldn't punch a wallaby. Let's see. No, I don't see a... I say something dramatic. I live in LA. Rhea, I didn't see a picture in the Hangouts. I don't quite know how I would even receive one in there. So, nopety nopes. That's not a New Zealand accent. I know that. I'm playing. Let's see. On the kangaroos, we have our gas stations and no bath salts. Right. You saw it on Twitter. It was okay, excellent. Cool. Hey, Judith, look at that. Hey, Jude. All right. Good. Okay, so that's essentially what comes up, is that you just have to keep punching the let's see, streaming now. Questions? Hope you're going to bring all that merch I need. Guitar Picks Man. It's a deal. Lawrence, slow down and type, dude. Dramatic is spelled with an A. Famous is not spelled F-A-M-A-S-E. Slow down and type. If you want people to follow you on Twitter, the first thing you have to do is work on your grammar in that regard, my brother. Talking about you. School as a childhood advice for us little ones. 13. The reality is middle school and high school are nothing like life, and you just have to keep reminding yourself of that. You can't, nothing that goes on during that time other than your own self-image dictates any of the rest of your life. Grades aren't the most important thing. However, learning is, and grades become an indicator, and become an indicator of that, become indicative of whether or not you're paying attention in that regard. And my advice is absorb everything. Learn all you can, both in school and out of school, from all the people. Social interaction, become your best self. Just that should be your main focus. How do I become my best self? The best version of me ever. There is a delay, Tom. Who inspired me to become the person I am today? The people I credit most with my the character that I got was essentially Bruce Lee, Steve Martin, and the guys in Kiss. You can pretty much find my personality by fusing all of them. I did soccer for a while in school, but I gave up. I was never really into team sports all that much, and I was into martial arts. So from the age of 8, I was into martial arts. So that became my sport of choice, and I find that it's more portable. I mean, if you play basketball, yeah, you can pick up basketball with your friends, but in reality, there's a in reality, like it's not going to inform the rest of your life as a skill. It's great, but I would recommend martial arts to anybody. Yeah, I love my career. There's no season 5, but there's a new crossover series in my event. It's essentially the 5th season. It's just contractually how they do it there. I'm told she wants to hug you like first. You may try something. I need to restrain her. Asking ski. Thank you for the warning. Football's great. Watch your head, man. It's your most valuable commodity. You get out of school with it intact, you're pretty much solid. I definitely have a I, yeah, I have my concerns. Let's just say. Are you in it? Oh yeah, I'm in. Yeah, I'll be in a few episodes at the very least. We'll see how much. I'll be directing some too. I have a doubt if QF has made. How the hell are you going to work in 2 shows at once? Well, Lab Rats is definitely being done. I mean, the new version of it. Queer as Folk is still. I mean, everybody's hopeful about it, but it's not a reality yet. And even if it was, it would be a year off or 2 years off if they decided yesterday. How hard is my career? Because it's not hard at all. It's full of challenges. It's tough. It's disappointing and exciting and shocking and glorious and all those things. But it's not hard. Hard's the wrong word. Things are only hard if you don't want to do them. You just have to understand that the parts that come with doing this job are all the things they warn you about it is just the nature of it. And if you can influence millions of people or be seen by that many people, there's a certain amount of responsibility that should come with that, and being tested is a good time. So, yeah, Showtime at the time's good. I know, but if it happens, it's going to be exhausting for you. I don't get exhausted. My birthday is coming up. It's also my mom's birthday. I was born on my mom's birthday, so I'm having. She and I are having a little party, and my dad's is the following Monday, so I'm gonna go see him. You do you, right? Exhausting. I know. Those things tasted like chemicals. The sausages. Whew. This stuff's rough. So I need to shoot episode 3 of Dead Friend. Got any ideas? I'm not familiar with what you mean about Dead Friend. Fill me in. I got plenty of ideas. I am an idea. Hey, Wolfie Cakes. I'm glad to do it. I'm glad this works. I mean, this is really what I wanted to try. I want to see that ugly white guitar, please. Excuse you? I know you're not talking about that one. The ugly white guitar. If you get QF again, I hope you get a percentage because the whole cast seemed thrown during and after with nothing. They make way too much money off the show. Greed. Oh yeah, we got totally boned in that. But you know, what time is it there? I was in a group chat on Kick mainly because I wouldn't shut up about you. Thanks, Mel. It's almost 7 o'clock. Let's see. Okay, I will. Do I still keep in touch with your QAF cast? Some of them, absolutely. What made me grow my beard? It finally connected. That was it. Can you do a group chat on Hangouts? I've tried that. It's a pain. Thank you. I agree that guitar is not ugly. You see a pretty white guitar then. That's I want to ask you, like, have you seen Purple Rain? Have you seen the movie Purple Rain? That's what I need to know before I even take it off the wall. That's the important thing. Great sound from that white guitar partner. I agree. That I'm telling you, that ESP EC500, it's a monster. Are you vegetarian? I'm vegan, actually. I'm not. I was ovo-lacto for 8 years. Still indulge a bit with meat, but a lot less. Well, it's all right. You didn't answer my last questions, which were what? Yeah, I did. You said, can you group chat on Hangouts? I said, no. Oh, bro, how are you? Oh, procrastinating. That's funny. Let's see. What time is it there? Konbanwa. I got sick of the Hal Sparks drawings. I don't think. You think there's any chance of QF coming back? If you did, would you prefer yet another season or a movie? I would prefer a movie. What's your favorite kind of meat? I don't eat meat. Tsuki, I can't read that. All right, I like the guitar. It looks sweet, actually. Yeah. 11 a.m. Okay. Ohayou gozaimasu. Would you say Prince is one of the best guitarists of his generation? No question. Prince is one of the greatest musicians that's ever lived, much less guitar player. I mean, he's up there with the greats. I think listen to the solo at the end of Let's Go Crazy. And what do I eat for protein? There's more protein in a cup of quinoa than there is in 4 eggs. I have all kinds of options. It's super easy. I get them from plants. You don't need the protein. You need the amino acids that your body turns into protein that it builds muscle out of. So there you go. Said hello in Japanese. Well, excellent. You didn't actually say it. You wrote it. So let's be real clear. What was your favorite thing about Lab Rats? I love being funny every day. How did you get the part of QF and Lab Rats? Auditioned for both of them. Favorite color is red. I should look for that. Yep. There you go. Hold on one second. Life stuff. One moment. Is quite hot here. I've seen Prince in concert, best show I've ever seen. I have also, yeah. Lab Rats is bae. I'm glad you think so. Prince is the top 10 guitarist in my humble opinion. What do you think of Jerry Garcia? I think he's a terrific noodler. I think he's got a soulful streak that's beautiful. I don't necessarily think that that his guitar playing is a defining act. It's meant to fuse with the rest of the band. So standing out is never the point. You know what I mean? So the idea of distinctly saying Jerry Garcia is a master guitar player in some sort of singular way, the way Steve Vai or Eddie Van Halen or Zakk Wylde or any dozen number of guys who are known for that. Is kind of weird. You know what I mean? He's part of the band, and that's his greatest gift as a guitar player, in my opinion, or was. Am I scared of anything? I have a physical reaction that I recognize as fear when certain things happen, but I don't actively fear stuff. I attack things if I do. I mean, it comes up, but nothing haunts me. There's no recurring one. Yeah, you guys in Japan need to make some new youngins. Hi, John. Koopa, yeah, as far as we can tell, your nose is great. He's scared the 10-year-olds are watching this. Jacob, in regard to what? What do you mean? What? Oh, scared? No, I'm not scared. 10-year-olds are watching this. It's the nature of YouTube. Believe me, they have worse things that they can see on here besides me. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Any name? For a baby kid. That's a. And maybe this is a cartoon nerd thing, but I've always enjoyed the name Logan. The I would say this more so than the name itself. Maybe a location germane to the child, where it was born, where it was like where the city he's born in, the city was conceived in, the place, the street name, those kind of things. I think that's a great factor that you throw in. There you go. I'm for the Iran nuclear deal. I will always favor diplomacy over war, and yeah. I mean, the main thing with the Iran nuclear deal is that Dick Cheney and Benjamin Netanyahu are against it, so that means it's probably spectacularly good. A pund of sand or a pund of milk. It weighs the same. It's a pound. Well, you are automatically going to startle when something threatening comes up. Yeah, that's exactly it, Tom. I like working with Spencer Bowman. Spencer's very funny. He's a funny man, and he actually can. His timing is very solid. That's a high compliment for me. I'm for Hillary. I love Bernie Sanders, but I'm for Hillary. Need serious advice on how to find a girlfriend being gay. I changed my frequency. I think finding one, a good woman. Me, so confused in time, places. I would say, Judith, what I would say is if you're looking for a girlfriend, go watch some of the Real Social Dynamics folks, the pickup artists kind of stuff. And it's funny, but their advice on just going out and investing in people is very important. So there you go. Just go out, put the time in, meet. You know what I mean? I would love a Marvel crossover with Lab Rats. I think it would be genius. Biden's not going to run. Thanks, Koopa. What's my favorite car? Tesla. Although I have a FJ Cruiser, I call it Camden's tank to protect my son. George Washington. All those people. I like current Mark Wahlberg. Past Mark Wahlberg was fairly awful. And Donald Trump is ridiculous. Mary, I mentioned it before, but my favorite is my EC 500 ESP. I have. This is the one. I write so many songs on this guitar. So many of the first album from 01 was written on this guitar. It's just got a ton of songs in it. It's just like you can just milk that thing forever, and it plays beautifully. So that's it. I call it the Cloud, which is also what Prince called the white guitar that's up there. If I watch Walking Dead, if I do, favorite. Is it Carol? Is that the woman? Yeah. On Walking Dead, I enjoy her quite thoroughly. The cookies bit was terrific last season. Quite frankly, I spend a good portion of the time thinking they're a bunch of assholes. But that's a problem with all zombie storylines. It's just, I love Billy Younger. He's my brother. He's such a good kid. He's like, it's ridiculous. Documentary and movie or both. I use podcast, documentary, the internet much more than corporate media. I'm better off because of it. I love documentaries. Movies, I mean, they're in different categories. Yeah. Love Doctor Who. I appreciate the new one, and I love the fact that they didn't just get younger and cuter and floppy-haired more. You know, they cast older, which takes guts in this modern era. Just look at the flowers, how? Just look at the flowers. I have the money to get it. Fear the Walking Dead is a great social commentary. I haven't caught up with that one yet. I love Disney movies. I do love Disney movies, actually. I watch a lot of them with my son. Some of them are a little frightening, actually. I think it's kind of funny that, like, the Avengers had less violence in it than Fox and the Hound. I've never been more horrified than sitting down to watch a movie that I quite frankly had a lot of fond memories of. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll watch one of these old ones with my son. And I'm like, yeah, we're turning this off. This is gnarly. There's too much gunplay and a lot of awfulness. I do hang out with Jeremy Kent Jackson quite a bit. We're both busy dads, so it's difficult, but he's awesome. Tyrell, TJ is, you got him backwards. It's Tyrell Jackson Williams, but that kid's a joy. He's got his head on his shoulders. He's smart. He's funny. He and I'm gonna do a short film with him that I'm developing, and I'm also doing one with Billy. This will be a regular thing, absolutely. Who doesn't love Disney? Quite a few people, actually. I think their competition doesn't like them because they ate the movie industry this year. Between the Avengers and Star Wars, everybody else was playing catch up. Would you like a cameo in Captain America: Civil War? Of course. It's ridiculous. I'd rather be in it, though. I'm over cameos to some degree. I think I've earned my place in bigger things. You child is taken. Liam Neeson or Shia LaBeouf. I wouldn't rely on either of them. I would do it myself. Liam Neeson, Shia LaBeouf. Forget about it. Have you given some or any of your guitars? Have you been given any of them free? A pretty person like getting free stuff, and all I have to do is wear it for people perks. Not really. I do get. I'm an ESP signatory, so sometimes they give me guitars to use. But all the ones that you see behind me, I have either purchased or they were given to me by people who love me. How old was I when I started playing guitar? 17. Fill things up. Oh, if I had a superpower, I would choose levitation because it would also include flying by default. Are they making a Lab Rats video game? I don't think so. I will never stop being underwhelmed by the what they do with us. There's no action figures. There's no Halloween costumes. I don't get it. I think there's totally room for it, but that's an investment they're not interested in making. Thanks, Peter. I'm a big fan as well. It needs to be cleaned up. That's why I'm not shooting the floor right now, because I'm actually rewiring the whole place. This is the thing about getting in when you start putting your studio together, is that I just rewired the entire setup to make it more efficient, and pulled an old computer out, replaced it, and all that kind of stuff. It's just a lot of work. And you can see I'm yanking stuff out. Dude, Disney video games are not worth it. There you go. Harrison or Lennon? Oh, right. I think my girl just took off on an airplane to come see me. Oh, that's good. All right. Oh, I'm Johnny Cash. Sure, yeah. I'm not as crazy about him as some people. I appreciate him. I don't listen. It's not musically what turns me on. That's the great thing about music. What's the one thing you've used your in for good, Jackie? I've done every AIDS walk in the country twice. I think there was progress made in the process of doing that. Work with Farm Sanctuary. I work with Humane Society. All that stuff, yeah. Favorite video game, or the one I play the most? Call of Duty is probably what I'm playing the most right now. I love Pearl Jam. Absolutely. Hey, Bionic Man. Yeah, I saw you in the chat before. There you go. I discovered lab rats in college. Oh, there you go. All right. You didn't accept my award. That sucks. I don't know what that means. I don't know your award. I didn't see anything like that, so I apologize if you think I didn't take it because I didn't see it. Yeah, I love bluegrass. I'm not a fan of country. Oh, thanks, Gregory. Yeah, the the tough part of whenever you discuss your music tastes or your favorite anything, when people bring that up, is that they're under the illusion somehow that it's your opinion about what they should like, and that's not a fair part of the discussion. If you ask me what my favorite movie is, for example, like John just did, I'm not going to answer what I think your favorite movie should be. That's the thing. You know what I mean? That's at no point do I care what your opinion of the movie that I like the most is. I may be interested in you seeing it because I love it so much, which is Blade Runner, by the way. But I have no investment in whether anybody else likes it. So there you go. Can I touch my toes standing up? Of course I can do. I can do full splits. I hereby award you the Zephyr Cup for 9. Thank you. I will see if I can get a picture of it for you. That is all you get. Oh, thanks, Tuff. Let's see. Being vegan, what do you eat for breakfast? It changes all the time. I mean, I love. I have a multi-grain hot cereal that I really, really love. But I intermittent fast, so I don't eat breakfast. It's technically, whenever you eat first, that's technically breakfast because you're breaking your fast, but I don't eat breakfast traditionally at all. I actually don't eat, if I get up at 7 o'clock, I don't eat till 2 p.m. Kasim, yeah, they do. Bye, John. Have I seen Mr. Robot? I have not. I haven't seen Mr. Robot yet. What do I feel most proud of? There's no single thing that I'm proud of. I'm proud. I feel pride most when I advance as a human being, when I grow. I love the fact that I've grown in the last few years and that I'm continuing to do so. Got any stees? I do. They're in the house. White milk or chocolate? I don't drink milk. When I don't get to ask you questions, I have 50 billion questions running through my head, but right now I got nothing. Can you post a non-blurry face pic on Twitter or Instagram? A non-blurry? Non-blurry? I don't know what that means. Okay. I don't think my faces are blurry on Instagram. Must go to bed. Good night, Gregory. Rest well. No, I actually have it, Suki. I do have it. I just didn't take the window passed, so I didn't end up taking a picture of it. I will show it at some point. Where have you not traveled that you would love to go there one day? I'd love to go to Australia or New Zealand. Never been to either of those places. I want to go to Russia. Not sure if that's right now. I want to go to Belgium because my aunt was from there, and I have family through there. But that kind of thing. Why do we get them? Wow, Kazim, these are questions you don't ask in a forum like this. You get them because it's a natural part of the human body. It's fine. You'll be fine. Trust me. If you have to ask like that, you're kind of not ready for the answer. So chill, figure out something else to focus on. Do I prefer snow or sand? Snow, which drives my girlfriend crazy because she likes being on a beach. Thanks, Dove. I appreciate that. Do I watch anime? If you don't, that's fine. I do watch anime. One of my other favorite films is Ghost in the Shell. Favorite role I've done so far. Don't have one. What inspired you to be who you are? The recognition of my own potential. All right, Kazim. Mel, yes, I speak English and French. English, French, and Chinese. Mel comes beside me, and he's so happy to see you. It's his birthday, and he says your favorite character in life. What's his name, Koopa? Happy birthday, Koopa's cousin. Hypnotize people, or can you? Because I'll volunteer if you will. I'm actually filling in. I'm filling in for Mark Savard in Vegas the first week of November. How do you like that? I'm actually doing a hypnotism show. This is the first time I've announced it. In Vegas, first week of November. I'm filling in for him for 5 days while he goes on vacation. 我会说汉语、中文，不会说广东话。There you go. Oh, right. Hi, Brandon. Happy birthday. Do I think Girl Meets World is a life lessoning show? You mean, can you get life lessons from it, or will it lessen your life by watching it? Because that's how you spelled it, Lawrence. Lesson is spelled Leston. Lesson would mean to diminish. Best cardio workout? None. I don't do cardio. You can do, like, if you're going to do cardio at all, do it as conditioning for your muscles and your joints. And do HIIT cardio. Keep it within 20 minutes. The reality of I believe in lifting heavier, and it impacts your body, and your body burns fat that way. Yeah, that was a real question about hypnotism. Favorite place to go? Foxwoods again. I like, favorite place to go is kind of nutty. I know there's so many wonderful places in this world. So I trust no one or trust a dog. Sinatra, Streisand. Streisand probably, although neither of them do it for me musically. I appreciate talent, but it's not what moves me musically at all. Best restaurant I've ever been to? That's a tough one. Din Tai Fung. No, I don't know Sabrina Carpenter. Yeah, everybody say happy birthday in the chat to Brandon, by the way. Leston? Lesson? Yeah. Sorry, did I say Ton? I was ahead of myself. Lesson, not Lessen. This is the point I was making. Beg your pardon. This is what happens when I'm reading something else and speaking about something else. I threw a T in that I didn't even realize I had said out loud. Beg your pardon. Hot dog or hamburger? Neither. I don't eat hot dogs or hamburgers. It's a ridiculous notion. The last thing you should consume is a hot dog, and the second to last thing you should eat is a hamburger. And considering what's in them, that might be the case. Mariana, Florida. I like Chris Cornell. I like him better with a band. I'm not a fan of his thing. Can you sing a little more? Yes, I will sing a ton later. A ton of genres of music that I love. 谢谢 Peter. 我最喜欢中国的文化. I love Chinese culture. Mitch Hedberg versus John Belushi. Go. That's ridiculous. There's no comparison in any of that. Those two people. You pick two people that have no business even being put next to each other in a comedy category. One was a non-stand-up who did a lot of physical comedy, and the other one was a single joke writer in the vein of Rodney Dangerfield, but done as a hippie. Almost stood perfectly still during his act. So the two of them don't. That's the thing about comedy, man. You can't say who's the best comedian is the most ridiculous concept in the world. I mean, I am, but that's not important. The important thing is that you make up your own mind that I am. That's ridiculous, Dove. Made you talk. It's like that. That's the thing. Same thing Donald Trump said. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't be talking about immigration. Yeah, if everybody wasn't going, what was the racist, horrible thing he just said? That's not starting a conversation. No hot dogs. No hot dogs, no milk. Horse or dog. For what? Favorite song is Summerland by King's X. Yoga or Pilates? Yoga. Thanks, Peter. Nina. And Gauching Ranchini. Be well, Taylor. Yeah. Cassim versus adulthood go. Ne'er the twain shall meet. There's more in common between Belushi and Mitch Hedberg. There you go. I had to put him on a timeout. Hi, Jackie. Tell your kids I said hi back. Favorite Lab Rats episode? I already said that. I think it's Memory Wipe because that was so fun. And it's literally, like, I was so silly when I did it that I forgot, like, I watched it and I'd forgotten what I'd done and I laughed so hard I was crying at what I was doing. And that's a good sign, both as an actor and a comedian. When I can make myself laugh that hard, I was like, okay, that was fun. All right, I got to go, you guys. It's been terrific. We're over the hour elapsed time that they've got in this, and considering I wasn't even planning on this being a real thing, it went smashingly well. Thanks for joining me. And if I was president, what would be the first thing I would do? That'll be my final thing. They already asked me biggest fear. You got to come in earlier if you want to ask those kind of questions. A bunch of future projects. I'll talk to those about those in a minute. But if I was president, first thing I'd do. This is what I'm going to end on. If the first thing I would do, if I was president, the very first thing that I would do is make automatic voting registration a thing. I would, as an executive order, I would use the Social Security system under the purview of my budgetary ability to make it so that everybody can vote automatically when they turn 18. And that the same tracking that we use for everybody's Social Security number, which we seem to have a very easy time doing across the nation, would allow them to vote. And you could only vote based on that number, so nobody can double up. And if you did double up, it'd be a federal crime, so it would make it even more, it would make it more frightening for more people. There you go. Instead of it being kind of some weird misdemeanor that nobody is. So there you go. That's it. And I'll see you guys. And let's see. It is Saturday at 7 o'clock. I started this at 7:22. I started this one about 6 o'clock on a Saturday. I will either do these right after my radio show as a regular thing or midweek. I think the best thing is doing a, maybe midweek Wednesdays at 9 a.m. kind of a thing. There you go. Thank you, Tsuki. I appreciate that. I did this with Ryan Scott Green. It's so much fun. Absolutely. Have a good night, everybody. Shout out to Ethan. There you go, Corey. Right on. Rhea, have a great night. Thief Sonic, thanks. Mary, thanks so much for coming back in. You guys are great. Thief Sonic, yeah, I recognize your handle from LOL. There you go. Radio show is on the TuneIn app, actually, on WCPT Radio in Chicago. So you can see, if you need any of that information, it's on my YouTube page. You guys are awesome. Peace out. Be well. Take care of yourselves and take care of somebody else, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.